to the Ramcast. I'm AJ, and this is
Callie
and
James.
It's November 20th, also known as International Children's Day.
Kids.
That's
Calm down.
right. International Children's Day is a day to promote rights of children and their welfare.
Children don't deserve rights.
Well, it's also the birthday of the 46th and current president of the United States, Joe Biden.
We've got a big show for you today, announcements, but first on to our interview with our Roborams team.
Today in the studio, we have some special guest members of the Roborams team. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Alex White.
My name's Tayvin Kossak.
My name is Gavin McConnaughay.
My name is Ren Miller.
So, what is Roborams? Are you guys all of Roborams?
Yeah, all four of us are a part of Roborams, and we are here with our VexBot, which is actually different than Roborams. The Vex is during school. It is a class you can take at any point, as long as you're above a sophomore. You can take Vex, and then Roborams is our after-school activities. Vex is much smaller, and it has less stuff you have to do. Well, in Roborams, it's more machining, more programming, more of everything. It's not only just the robot aspects. There is other aspects, like our PR team that publicizes us, which is very important, and we have a financial team, which acts like a business. So if anyone's interested in business, Roborams is actually good for you, too.
Okay. So we heard you guys made finals in a contest recently. Would any of you guys like to tell us about that?
Yeah, our most recent competition actually happened this Saturday. We did very well in our qualifying matches, even though we had several problems with our bots that we had to fix throughout the tournament, but ultimately it wasn't that bad, and we were able to get all fixed. And by the time we were actually in the elimination part of the tournament, we were easily a top 4 bot at the very least, which we went really well. We made it all the way to finals, but unfortunately, due to some not most secure part of our bots, we unfortunately got our chain broke and our battery unplugged.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. There are 4 of you. Do you all have a different job on the team?
Yes, I mainly do fabrication, like designing and building this stuff on the robot there.
I'm our team programmer. I basically, after they get done fabricating it and getting the basically shell of everything built and getting everything installed onto it, they get handed off to me, and I go into the programming code, and then I personally make sure, oh, hey, it can actually drive, it can actually intake, it moves the motors around. I make sure that it can just move rather than it just be standing still and basically being a fancy-looking statue.
So how do you actually build a robot?
First we gotta get our challenges. Like, what is our robot going to do? Is it gonna, because every year Vex and Roborams changes. So first we gotta know if we're shooting rings out, if we're, and then once we get that, we gotta figure out what's gonna be touching the pieces and what parts will be needed for that.
And then after that, we generally have to go and prototype about our robot and each individual part about it. And after we start prototyping, we have to actually test it out on the field and see if it works. If it does not, we either have to redo the prototype, or we can upgrade our prototype and build off of it. This year, we personally have more, just took our prototypes and upgraded them rather than replacing each prototype. And then after that, we get everything combined up into one, usually happening while prototyping, and then we get our main bot, which then after that is handed off to programming, and then after programming, it's handed off to our drivers so they can get practice in before competition.
So, what does your guys in the back there do?
Well, what I do is I usually do pretty much anything that's not being done at the moment on the team. So if another part needs to be worked on, well, Alex is working on, say, the chain. I'm working on the ramp to actually bring the donut up. And as that's happening, I'm just always there helping out with something else that needs to be done.
I am our team's driver. I'm the one in actual control of the bot.
So you guys brought in a robot. Do you want to show us what it does?
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
All right.
The purpose of those rings are to score points. I could get into a complex way of how they score points, but I don't feel like doing that. I don't think we have the time.
And for a general basis, it's just each ring is worth 1, and then the top ring is worth 3.
Coolest part is that it spins. So, is it hard to be part of the Roborams?
It depends. If you want to, if you have a lot of free time and you're able to get a ride to Roborams, or more of actually getting a ride home after about 5:30 to 6, then it's not so bad. It's pretty easy, and it's a really enjoyable time that I recommend to anyone. But if you do already have other heavy things such as theater, basketball, maybe football, that might be a problem sometimes actually getting in. And then the VEX part is just a class, so if you have a free, usually it's 5th hour, but you can get it to change to a different hour if need be. And if you're able to come in and have a free 5th hour or another free hour, that's another thing where you could just come in during class and it's not that hard.
Yeah, the hardest part of Roborams is being committed to it, the scheduling issues.
Especially during build season.
Yeah, especially during build season. But if the scheduling issue is what you can't do that, I highly recommend VEX. That is the way to do robotics if you don't have the scheduling for it. And even, I know build season can be hard because we go in every day besides Wednesday and Sundays, but we only recommend, hopefully you guys will come at least 3 times a week. We want you there all the time, but 3 times a week is kind of the minimum in order to really have a part on the robots.
Well, when do you guys meet?
When do we guys meet? Well, I just said during build season we meet every day besides Wednesday and Sunday, but that happens in January. Right now we are meeting Thursdays for our new members, and our officers meet on Tuesdays. And Thursdays right now is just us teaching the new members, making sure they use our facilities safely and efficiently.
And just to clarify, Tuesdays isn't only just for officers. If you plan on actually being a big part of the team on it, via leadership at least, it's always recommended for you to join on Tuesdays to get an idea and so you can have your input as well.
Okay, well, thank you for doing this interview with us, and good luck on your competitions.
Thank you. Have a great day.
And now for the announcements.
All second semester schedule corrections must be done by December 3rd.
Montreal team, our first team meeting will be Thursday, November 21st from 3:15 to 5 p.m. in room B202.
Youth and government members, check Google Classroom for info about due dates and submission of materials.
Unified Esports is looking for team members. Esports meets Thursday after school until 5:15 in room C210. They will be practicing Rocket League and Madden.
Get it right.
This year's operetta is Mamma Mia! Join Miss Holden for vocal clinics on Wednesdays from 3:15 to 4:15 in the choir room. Miss Holden will provide tips and vocal examples of audition expectations. Auditions for Mamma Mia will start Monday, December 18th. 16th.
Attention FFA members, please sell sausage and cheese until Friday. All orders must be turned into the ag room on Friday. You can sell the fruit until the Monday after Thanksgiving, but they have to be turned in on December 2nd.
The Johnston representative will be here this Friday, November 22nd to deliver class rings. He will be in the cafeteria during the lunch hours.
Hi Tri members, check Google Classroom for information about the Christmas party. If you ordered a Hi Tri shirt, you may pick it up in the main office.
Would you like the opportunity to positively contribute to the overall school culture at MVTHS while maximizing the educational experience for all students? If so, Focus on MVTHS is for you. The administration is seeking students' feedback and input on how we can continue improving the student experience. Check the link in the announcement email to get involved.
And that was our announcements. Good job, guys.
Thanksgiving is coming up, and our time travel reporter. Wait, where did he go?
He was just here.
Well, I guess we gotta go to our time travel segment.
Thank you, AJ. I'm here in front of the White House in 1863, where Abraham Lincoln is about to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. You see, President Lincoln officially established the holiday as a way to improve relations between northern and southern states, as well as the U.S. and tribal nations, because just a year prior, a massacre took place of Dakota tribal members. Corrupt federal agents kept the Dakota Sioux from receiving food and provisions. Finally, at the brink of starvation, members of the tribe fought back, resulting in the Dakota War of 1862. President Lincoln felt that Thanksgiving offered an opportunity to bridge the hard feelings amongst natives and the federal government. Back to you at the studio. I'm getting some turkey.
Well, that's our episode. We'd like to give a special thanks to the Roborams members.
Sadly, this is our last Ramcast of November. Time surely does fly by.
Too bad. Who cares? Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in December.
Well,
Bye.
Picasso.